Congratulations! You did it! You signed up for our Shoot for the Moon training, which is going to be huge for your agency once you put it to work for you. I am Matt LeClaire, co-founder of Happy SEO Clients. Before you get started in the training, I have some pointers that will help you get the most out of the time you spend in the program. If you're looking to grow your agency, you're in the right place. The system you're about to discover straight up works for making that happen. It's how we've kept our agency growing over the years, and because it worked for us, I know it'll work for you too. But to make that happen, you need to show up with your A game. Growing your agency doesn't happen by default. It takes a few things to come together before it can happen. So the first bit of advice I have for you as you take the course is to aim big in what you're trying to accomplish by taking the course. If you need inspiration from time to time, I know I do. Let me show you the person I look to for inspiration when I need it. Do you remember this guy from history class? Yep, that's John F. Kennedy. JFK was the 35th president of the United States, and you could say he was kind of a big deal. So much of a big deal, they killed him for it. But watch this short clip from one of his speeches in 1963. I love this speech. I turn to it a couple times a year for inspiration. It's my favorite speech ever by a politician. It's famous, so I'm sure you've seen it before. Roll tape.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
Now, was that a speech or was that a speech? Nothing happens by chance. If you want something, you have to go out and get it. To do that, you need to set audacious goals and then make it happen. JFK wanted to put a man on the moon, and got to the moon we did, 6 measly years after he gave that speech. The good news is growing your agency is kindergarten work compared to going to the moon. So we all have that going for us. You're about to discover how to reach out to marketing influencers to get them to give you referrals. To do it, you need to aim for the fences. And you gotta be willing to swing hard when you do. Something else you need to come to grips with is the amount of work it's going to take for you to win those referrals from an influencer. There's no push-button system to growing your agency. I wish there were, but there isn't. If there were, I'd teach it to you. I would. I would. But since there isn't, you need to do the work. But it's going to be worth it for you. And what you learn in this training has the potential of earning you dozens and dozens of new clients. Why? You're going to learn how to start getting referrals from influencers. And some of them have rivers of referrals to give you. But getting them is not going to happen by accident. Today, the United States is the world's only superpower, and that's something we take for granted. But in 1900, that wasn't the case. Back then, world power meant maritime power. So American leaders searched for a way back then to move ships from the East Coast to the West Coast fast. They knew that when they figured it out, they would control both oceans. And that would mean world power for the United States. So in 1904, the United States started digging the Panama Canal to make it happen. It took 10 long, brutal years of hard work and misery to finish it, too. The workers battled poisonous snakes, mudslides, killer scorpions, disease, horrible living conditions, you name it. They suffered. But in 1914, the SS Ankin made their sacrifices worth it when it became the first ship to go through the Panama Canal. It was a colossal happening, and many scholars believe it was our nation's birth as a superpower. So booyah for us. But over 5,600 people died making the canal. They did the work, and they earned the victory for us. They died for it even. This is what you're going to need to do too to make this training in this course work for your agency too. I'm kidding. You're not going to have to battle diseases and scorpions to make this system work for you. But there is going to be a fair amount of work, and that's something you need to prepare yourself for coming into the training. Earning referrals from influencers in the marketing industry is going to be huge for your agency. It's going to be colossal even. It's something worth doing hard work to achieve. That's why I recommend that you use the training in this course to grow your agency not to serve your clients. You spend most of your time working on other people's campaigns anyway. Taking a break to work on your own business is going to be useful for you. The system you learn in the course won't scale either. At least we haven't been able to get it to scale for clients. So using it on client campaigns usually doesn't do any good. It just wastes time and bogs things down. That's why I recommend you do all the work for your agency and not a client. You'll thank me later when you do. And please don't sell yourself short as you do the work in the course. You're going to be reaching out to prominent influencers to earn referrals from them. To pull it off, you got to get those influencers to view you as an authority in the SEO industry first. Otherwise, your efforts with them are going to fail. They will. That means you need to muster some self-confidence in yourself and your agency before you start reaching out to the influencers. Check out this guy here on the screen, Robert Fulgham. If you need inspiration on whether or not you're an influencer already in the SEO industry, check out what Robert says. He says, don't sell yourself short. You may never have proof of your importance, but you are more important than you think. I love that last part. You are more important than you think. In this program, you're going to learn tactics on how to build up your authority with influencers. But influencers will be able to smell a lack of confidence in you 1,000 miles away if you have it. So lose that scent fast. It's not going to do you any good. It's a human trait to shortchange our importance in the world. And the phenomenon is even more true in the SEO industry. If we don't have 1 million subscribers on YouTube like Neil Patel, we're not crucial to our industry, right? Well, wrong. So don't fall for it. There's plenty of people in the world who would love to know what you know about marketing and SEO. You know what I'm saying is true, so don't discount it. You're essential to our industry. Never forget it. Just because you don't have 1 million subscribers on your email list doesn't mean you're not an influencer or an authority in the SEO industry, because you are. You know things that most people don't. So you're essential to our industry. Don't forget that while you're taking the course, and after the course either. You're essential to the SEO industry. Why humans shortchange themselves is something that we may never know. It's something I suffered from for years, and it hurt my agency when I did. But here's the truth of it. If the system works for me, it's going to work for you too. I'm a high school dropout, by the way, so yeah, you got this. If you don't shortchange yourself. So I'm counting on you not to do that as you take the course. And finally, since it's obvious you want to grow your agency, you wouldn't be taking this course if you didn't, I recommend you enroll in our Happy SEO Clients in 30 Days online course. In it, you'll learn how to get fast ROI for your clients using our SEO playbooks library. Do you remember paint-by-number kits when you were a kid? That's what our playbooks are like. Only less messy, and they make you money. If you spend most of your time servicing your clients now, our playbooks are going to free up huge chunks of time for you to hunker down and do the work in the course to start earning referrals from influencers in our industry. To learn more about our Happy SEO Clients training, click the red button below. From there, you'll be able to enroll in the course and grab the playbooks. That's all the pointers I have for you to get the most out of this course. Thank you for enrolling. I'll see you on the inside.